Okay, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jermaine Trotter. I'm out. I just want to keep you guys updated. I know it's been like a year since I've done this, so just want to keep y'all updated. Let y'all know what's been going on in my NCAA dynasty. The season's almost over with, so okay, so my Oklahoma State dynasty. So judging by what's going on, I'm gonna make some predictions. All right, so if we take a look at the Big Ten, these last 2 weeks are going to be very challenging. We got some good matchups coming up, and a lot of people are buying tickets and stuff. But anyways, Ohio State is 9-0, and chances are they're probably going to go to the Big Ten championship. Even if they were to lose, they still probably going to go, but they're probably not going to lose. So we already know Ohio State is going to be in the Big Ten championship, and they got a tough one today against Penn State. As you can see Indiana's undefeated. That's fine. They're ranked number 5th in the land. But sadly, it will not be Ohio State versus Indiana in the Big Ten championship because they got to face off against each other next week. So this probably happen. So Michigan State and Michigan are going to face off at the Big House. It's going to be an electric crowd there. So if Michigan State were to beat Michigan, then that would basically make them qualify to enter the Big Ten championship too. However, it will all depend. It would all depend on this, because like I said, Ohio State and Indiana are going to face off next week. So Michigan State were to win the Big Ten championship, they would face whoever wins the Indiana and Ohio State game down in Columbus. In Michigan State, where they, let's say, lose, then it's pretty obvious they're out of the picture, pretty much. In Michigan, where to win, Michigan would be pretty much in the Big Ten championship. But they would still have to face whoever would be the winner of the Indiana Ohio State game. And whoever is official how the Big Ten championship gonna be. It's gonna either be Michigan versus Michigan State versus Ohio State again, which is pretty much probably going to happen. That is, if Michigan steps up, or right. Hey guys, I apologize. A lot of notifications have been coming up on my phone. But anyways, like I said, if Michigan were to beat Michigan State, that would put them in the hunt for the Big Ten championship too. But they would face whoever was the Indiana and Ohio State game. So it'd either be Ohio State versus Michigan State again, or Ohio State versus Michigan, or Indiana versus Ohio State, or Indiana versus Michigan State. Hold on a second, guys. All right, hey YouTube, I apologize. I had to take a phone call. So, anyways, it's really a tight situation. Everybody else is out of the Big Ten championship picture. I mean, Wisconsin was doing very well earlier, but then they fell apart. Penn State, they just haven't come alive. Maryland's been struggling. Yeah, a lot of them been struggling. So they're technically out of the picture. So it's between Ohio and whoever wins the Michigan State and Michigan game. Now, let's take a look at the ACC. Because championship week is coming up. So, as of this point, Miami and Virginia Tech is the list. Because Miami had a real tough game last week against the Seminoles. They almost had the Seminoles, but Florida State found a way to survive, 52-49. That was a heck of a game. No, Chris Fall or Kirk Kirschy enjoyed commentating for that. So they're technically out of the picture. I won't make any assumptions, but they're technically out of the picture. If they could find a way to bounce back, that would be good. But they're technically out of the picture now. Georgia Tech, I wouldn't necessarily say they're out of the picture, but they're not doing too bad, so they'll have to bounce back with a win against Pittsburgh. Now, here are the undefeated teams we got in the ACC. We got Syracuse, and we got Clemson. But before Clemson and Florida State can worry about Syracuse, this is really what they need to worry about. Now, it's really a tight straight to see who will make it to the ACC championship. So this game right here basically seals the deal. So this game should really be a tough and good game. Because this basically seals the deal who's going to the ACC championship. Now, there's only 3 undefeated teams in the ACC. Florida State, Clemson, and Syracuse. And had Florida State had lost to Miami, it would have been a whole nother story. But they found a way to win. But before I get my hopes up, North Carolina, they got a tough one today against undefeated Navy. So, if Clemson were to beat Florida State, then that technically means Florida State is not necessarily out of the ACC championship talk, but they technically sealed their fate. Now, if Clemson were to lose, they wouldn't necessarily be out, but they too would be sealed of their ACC championship fate and possibly a national championship fate, because it's really between that Big Ten and the ACC right now of who's going to the national championship. It's basically in the fate of the Big Ten and the ACC. But so a lot of these undefeateds will lose, and my Oklahoma State Cowboys are undefeated. Hey, we're gonna be looking ourselves to get into a national championship, but it's gonna be between. It's really gonna be a tight spot between the ACC and the Big Ten. So, but if either Florida State and Clemson lose, and North Carolina with a let's say win, that would pretty much put them in a hunt for the ACC championship. But they have to deliver an upset against Navy today. And they have to deliver an upset. I'm not playing any of these games today. I played some NCAA earlier, but either way, it's going to be a tough schedule, tough decision. So North Carolina definitely has to win today. Now, as for Syracuse, they're already in the ACC championship. There's no doubt about it. But it's really going to be tough. So if Clemson were to beat Florida State,